to PowerLabs. Today, we're going to talk about Azure Cognitive Services and Face API. Hope you enjoy the recording, and if you do, please subscribe at the end. Please watch episode 1 and 2 for the better context. Today, we're going to explore Face API, which is the last component in our puzzle, and Face API is the actual place where we process our image, which we pass from PowerLabs via Power Automate, and retrieve back result emotions.
Now let's go and set up the subscription for Face API. This is the Azure portal and the home page for Azure portal. And because I already set it up multiple times, I've got a pretty nice icon here, which is very handy, and I can click on this icon to get to where I want to be. But if you don't have this pretty icon, you can still click in here and go to AI machine learning and pick up cognitive services. Now we are extremely satisfied, and clicking add button. Now, which service are you going to set up? I am going to set up Face API. So that's why I'm searching for Face. And clicking on create. We'll ask you to specify a couple of fields, and I am picking up subscription, and mine is Visual Studio Enterprise because I can, and here I'm picking up Australia East. For the pricing tier, I don't recommend to pick up free. I would go for standard because I remember there's some restrictions for usage with PowerUp. I will check and let you know. That's the resource group. We'll go for Cognitive Services resource group, but you can create a new one and click on. Yeah, it's interesting. That's already in use, and it tells you it's in use. Was the prefix error? Let's just validate this again. I hope it's gonna work this time. Yeah, it's initializing the deployment, which is great. And we have to wait for a bit till it's finished. And now that says the deployment is succeeded. Your deployment is complete, and you can go and browse. Sorry, I think I've done something wrong, but you don't do it, please. This is the subscription. This is the API resource you just set up, the service, and this is the thing which you really want to look at. There's your keys and endpoints, and you can show keys. I am gonna hide keys. I don't know why I did this. Now you probably can go back and pick up my key, and that's why I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that. Okay, so now 3 keys this time, guys, and you can go to the quick start. And this is a really cool stuff here is API console. I still need to go and copy my key, but I will do it later. I will click on API console to show you. Opens a new window, which is great. Here you can do all sort of testing without creating code. You can just explore and have a look at some like examples. Do we want to identify? And here you need to pick up Australia East, and it redirects me to the Australia East Cognitive Service. And here it requires for me to enter the key, which really lives in here, and I'm gonna go and check it and maybe copy and just paste in here without showing you guys. And I see there's some sample which we can probably send. And what does it say? Yeah, I don't know what it says, but I don't know what we're doing here, so I need to figure it out. I will find you a very good example of what's going on here, and we'll come back in a second. What is obvious for me now that I wanted to show you a face detect from Face API. This is where our emotions live and also some other cool stuff. Have a look at the parameters. I already put emotions. Then you come here. This parameter will not be populated, so you have to manually add it. Here is your subscription key, which I remind you, you copy from here. That this is interesting. You can pick up any image to test from the internet, and I picked up 3 random images, and let's just try. I just found the Donald Trump, and I got this image in here. I'm gonna click on send. This is the response we get, and it tells us where the actual face is, and basically the face rectangle. But it also gives us the face attributes, which are basically, in our case, we requested it to be emotion. And the emotion which is mostly recognized on a Donald Trump's face is that he's pretty neutral about everything. And let's just have a look at his face again. Yeah, I think he is neutral. Let's just try something. I found the 2 other faces, which again is pretty random because I cannot really think about anything at this stage. But you can put any URL in here. I put the Taylor Swift and sent you image to recognize. As for the Donald Trump, we get the face rectangle, which basically shows where Taylor Swift face is on that picture. And it tells us emotion, which is mostly happiness. Let's just have a look again. We have anger, contempt, disgust, fear, happiness, neutral, sadness, and surprise. I picked up Elon Musk in here, and you can, as you can see, he is pretty happy as well. So I did something interesting, which I wanted to show you. Sorry, it's the wrong spot. Have to do it here. Let's just check for mask first. And I'll go try to do what I did again. And Elon Musk is happy. Okay, so what I wanted to do now is to search for something like I tried the artificial image, but it's interesting. Maybe it's not gonna work for the second time, but let's just try Thanos. It's my API for the first time didn't think that Thanos has a face at all. Let's just see. What is he doing here? Screaming. He is screaming. Open image in a new tab. It has to be image, not kind of HTML or something else. Let's just see. Let's just try Thanos again. For the first time, it didn't recognize Thanos as a face. Let's just see what's happening here. See? The same happened again. I apparently API doesn't think that Thanos is a person, which is fair enough. Just wanted to draw your attention to something. Here, as a parameter, you can pass URL or input image, which is a binary representation, the binary of your image. This is how we pass it from Flow or from PowerAutomate or PowerLabs to be recognized. Then we can retrieve results to the application. So just to very quickly remind you again, you've got your cognitive services for Face API set up, and you have to use your own key now to use this API. And also you can go actually and go click on the quick start here, and you can see all those references available for you. There's all this documentation, which is very straightforward, and you can also use API console to test it without even coding or doing anything. You just use a console. I've shown you how to use detect, and you have to pick up your region and supply your key. And if you want to play with emotions, just type emotion in here. Thanks again for watching.
You can find the application at the GitHub. The only thing is I removed API keys, so you have to set up your own trial. You know how to do this and use your own keys to test the application. Thanks for watching again. If you like it, please subscribe.